All right, hi there, everybody, and welcome to the Johnson Pediatric postgame show. Rod Zundel here. Utah Tech coming up on the short end of the stick, 31-30, as they go for two after scoring a touchdown with 31 seconds left, and they lost this one, 31-30. Got to give Coach Peterson credit, though. You know, a lot of courage to go for it on the road, trying to get the win here in the fourth quarter. But Utah Tech drops to 1-1 in the United Athletic Conference. They go to 2-5 overall. They return home next week to face Eastern Kentucky. They're ranked in the top 25. And taking a look at some stats here, we haven't got a stat machine, so I'm going off the computer. Kobe Tracy, 26 of 40, 397 yards, and 3 touchdowns. So good day for Kobe. Just needed a 2-point conversion. So we're trying to see if Coach Peterson's going to come join us here and get his thoughts on this game. I know they want to get home to St. George because it's about a 3-hour and 45-minute flight from Florence, Alabama. But we're going to take a quick break. When we come back, hopefully we'll have Coach Peterson and more stats talk about this game as the Trailblazers come up 1 point short, 31-30, as they went for two with 31 seconds left, and they lose to Northern Alabama by 1, and now they are 1-1 in the United Athletic Conference. We'll come back after this.
Did the bye week come at a good time after a big win?
It's any card for the win right now at Mountain America Credit Union, which means it's time to score some cash. Simply tap, swipe, or click checkout with any Mountain America debit or credit card to be entered into a weekly giveaway for up to $500, now until September 30th. Visit macu.com/anycard to learn how to earn extra entries or to open a new account today.
Discover the challenge your soul has been seeking, where the lure of triumph rings through time and space, where limits are transformed, champions are crowned, and legends are made. The land of endurance is calling. Rise to it.
At Finley Hyundai, we're dedicated to serving our community with the highest quality sales, service, and financing assistance for all of your Hyundai needs. We understand that the car buying process can be stressful, which is why we strive to make it as hassle-free as possible for every customer. Whether you're seeking upfront price transparency or looking to upgrade to a new Hyundai with warranty coverage, our team is here to help. Come visit us today and discover why Finley Hyundai is the best choice for your automotive needs.
With 12,000 Trailblazers enrolled every year, Utah Tech University is a force to be reckoned with. That's a lot of people looking for a place to live. SouthernUtahRealEstate.com has got you covered, featuring thousands of listings for both buyers and renters. It is the most complete, most accurate, and most comprehensive property search in Washington County. With SouthernUtahRealEstate.com, everybody wins. Find your home at SouthernUtahRealEstate.com.
All right, welcome back to Brawley Stadium here in Florence, Alabama. Utah Tech losing to North Alabama 31-30. They came back and they scored a touchdown. Kobe Tracy to Bo Sparks, 19 yards with 31 seconds left. And instead of going for the extra point to tie and force overtime, they go for two. And Ricky Johnson was open in the end zone, in the back of the end zone. But a great play by the defender, Reddick, to knock it away at the last moment and preserve the win, the 1-point win for North Alabama. Utah Tech now drops to 2-5 overall, 1-1 in UAC, and this is the first UAC win for North Alabama. They now go to 1-3 in conference play. Utah Tech now goes back home, take on top 25 team, Eastern Kentucky. You know, one of the new members of the United Athletic Conference. They were the ASUN last year. Get to play them this year, first time. So we'll see how they can bounce back against a very good Eastern Kentucky team next week at home. Kickoff time, 7 o'clock in Greater Zion Stadium. Pregame right here on Trailblazer Sports Vision and the Fan Radio Network will be at 6 o'clock. So let's take a look at some of the statistics here. Total yards, Utah Tech outgained North Alabama 505 yards to 420. 397 yards passing for Kobe Tracy compared to 118 for Noah Walters. Rushing yards, 302 yards rushing for North Alabama. That was the difference, and only 108 yards rushing for Utah Tech. Far cry from what they did at home against Stephen F. Austin, where they rushed for 223 yards. Looking at some of the other key statistics here, and we go down third down conversions. 7 of 12 for Utah Tech, 4 of 12 for North Alabama. That's a good conversion rate for Utah Tech. Penalties, 10 for 66 for Utah Tech, 13 for 111 for North Alabama. 5 of 6 red zone conversions for Utah Tech, 4 of 4 for North Alabama. Time of possession, North Alabama, over 31 minutes, nearly 32, about 28 minutes for Utah Tech. One fumble by each team, but they recovered it. They recovered their own fumble, so no turnovers tonight by either team, and that's rare for Utah Tech's defense. They had 11 turnovers in the last 4 games, but none tonight. Both teams each had 1 sack. So Ronnie Walker Jr., 13 carries, 71 yards, and a touchdown. Nigel Osborne, 5 for 27. Chris Street, 4 for 10. Again, Kobe Tracy, 26 of 40, 397 yards and 3 touchdowns for Kobe. He had a good night. And Bo Sparks, 8 receptions, 92 yards, 2 touchdowns. Ricky Johnson, 7 receptions, 100 yards, and a touchdown. Javian Lofton, 4 catches, 105 yards. He had some big chunks in that first half. Keith Davis, 6 carries, 94 yards. And Chris Street, 1 for 6 yards. So it all adds up to a 1-point loss as they went for it with 31 seconds left. They went for the 2-point conversion and the win instead of going for the tie and force overtime. So Coach Peterson's on his way. We'll take a break. When he come back, we'll hear from Coach Peterson, get his thoughts on going for 2 rather than 1 and all the other things that went on tonight. 31-30 your final. Utah Tech losing by 1 to North Alabama. We'll be right back.
It's any card for the win right now at Mountain America Credit Union, which means it's time to score some cash. Simply tap, swipe, or click checkout with any Mountain America debit or credit card to be entered into a weekly giveaway for up to $500, now until September 30th. Visit macu.com/anycard to learn how to earn extra entries or to open a new account today.
Discover the challenge your soul has been seeking, where the lure of triumph rings through time and space, where limits are transformed, champions are crowned, and legends are made. The land of endurance is calling. Rise to it.
At Finley Hyundai, we're dedicated to serving our community with the highest quality sales, service, and financing assistance for all of your Hyundai needs. We understand that the car buying process can be stressful, which is why we strive to make it as hassle-free as possible for every customer. Whether you're seeking upfront price transparency or looking to upgrade to a new Hyundai with warranty coverage, our team is here to help. Come visit us today and discover why Finley Hyundai is the best choice for your automotive needs.
Joining us now is head coach Paul Peterson, 31-30.
Were you mute that whole time?
Huh?
Were you mute that whole time?
I was, yeah.
Dang
They
it.
want to talk. 31-30 the final. First of all, let's go to the final 31 seconds after the touchdown. You go for 2. Is that an analytic thing, or is that just a hunch and a coach's
No, we just
thing?
you know the way it was going. I just wanted to end it. You know, we can't afford purchasing the analytics stuff. It's just kind of a gut deal there. But you know, they got in a bracket coverage that we hadn't seen, and you know, I didn't have any timeouts. So probably a good time to have one of those. But you You know, I wanted to end it, and really proud of the offense. Gosh, we didn't have very many possessions. I'm trying to figure that out here, but it was tough to get the ball back. Those guys did a good job keeping that ball going.
And Ricky was open in the end zone, and just a little bit late, he had to thread it, and that defender just made a great play.
Yeah, he did it. You know, we got to throw it almost like a back shoulder there. So.
Okay, talk about penalties.
Yeah.
A lot more than normally happens for both teams, especially you guys.
Yeah, I was a little bit frustrated with some. You know, they had some big penalties there, like the one late for taunting. I mean, I got to see that on film. That was kind of ridiculous, but
yeah, I mean, he kind of just slapped the guy that kind of thing down on the bottom.
He said the ball was coming out and he's trying to strip it. You know, we stripped the ball like that, and I thought that was a stupid penalty on us. But you know, with that last play that they got that touchdown on the post, Scooter's in a good spot, just loses his feet. I mean, I thought he was going to pick it. You know, and all of a sudden he just falls on the ground. So that was unfortunate. But our guys played hard. They're frustrated in the locker room, and you know they're on the sideline pouting a little bit. I'm like, that was a good game, man. That's a fun game you'll never forget. Now, you know, we didn't do anything in particular to you know turnover wise to hurt ourselves. You know, that penalty stinks, but I was proud of the way we performed, and you know these guys have turned the ball over. Last game they had 5 turnovers. They've been turned over kind of quite a bit, and so you know I tip my hat to them. They stayed on the field, those 4 for 4 on 4th downs, and we couldn't get off the field. Yeah. And they made more plays than us. I just told our guys that, but it wasn't. The room for error was so small in this game, and you know every possession was just so important. You know, we had a couple. You know, our first possession 3 and out, they score. You know, so we got down and trying to play catch up. But again, I was proud of our guys the way they performed.
So you go back home now, homecoming against Eastern Kentucky, top 25 team, very good team. What can you take from this game to learn to go against a team that on paper and record is better than what you played tonight?
Well, no, our main goal, objective on every game is to get better. And you know, played a really good Stephen F. Austin team at our place. I don't know, did they win today?
I think they lost.
They lost at home.
I think they did.
It was a close game there. You know, that was a good team that we played, and we played Eastern Kentucky top 25. I mean, that's just the way it goes here. We played a bunch of top 25 teams, but they're good. But a good game for us to be able to grow as a team.
Yeah, Stephen F. Austin lost to Abilene 34-27. Of course, you go to Abilene the following week too, don't we?
Yeah. That's why I wanted to see that.
So, you know, I mean, you know, could have, you know, if and whats and buts and all that, if every day would be Christmas or whatever that saying is. I mean, coulda, woulda, shouldas, but I mean, you can't take anything back. I mean, you gave it a good effort, and like you said, you were in position on plays but you just fell down, a penalty here or there, and you know it's got to be frustrating for the players. But you were there, even though you made some mistakes that you normally don't.
Yeah. What do you do? Do you kick there? Do you go to overtime? Or go for the win?
No, I think you go for the win.
Okay, good. You
and you know what, though? Because I remember you talking about it with the coach from Stephen F. Austin from a year ago, saying that he went for the touchdown to win it at home rather than that. And you said you like that kind of thing. So I kind of had an idea when that happened. And then when you had the discussion, you kept your guys over on the sideline long. I said, you're going for it. And you'd do it again, wouldn't you?
Yeah, for sure. You know, we didn't anticipate the coverage that they came out in, so we usually had a better play. But, I mean, you had a chance to execute it, and they made a play. We didn't. You know, they had a really thin box. They had 4 over 3, and they had Bracken, our other receiver, and so we had a good box to be able to run the football there. But, yeah, you got to go for it, man.
But you know what? You went 70 yards in a minute to tie the game. That says something.
That doesn't surprise me. We do that drill and practice on every Tuesday. We do red zone every Wednesday. But we're seeing some things that we need to get better at, and coaches we need to prepare them better at for too. You know, we get stuff down here on 4th down. You know, we get points out of that. I got to take a field goal, and we win this football game. You know, so just a couple little things that we got to do better. But we'll get there.
All right, so we head home now. Get ready for homecoming, Eastern Kentucky next week, 7 o'clock, 6 o'clock pregame here on Trailblazer Sports Vision and Fan Sports Network. Coach, thanks for coming up.
Yep, appreciate you.
All right, let's head home to St. George, and we'll get there early in the morning. That'll do it here from Florence, Alabama. Big thanks to Connor Collins back in the studio. Thanks for watching and listening. Hope you enjoyed tonight's broadcast. It came down the final 30 seconds. It was a nail-biter. It was fun to watch and fun to be here got to give Coach Peterson and the Trailblazers a lot of credit for coming back and taking a chance to win it instead of going to overtime. So that will do it here in Florence, Alabama. Once again, the final score, 31-30, North Alabama with a 1-point win over Utah Tech. For everyone in our broadcast, thank you. I'm Rod Zundel. See you again next week. Homecoming against Eastern Kentucky back in good old St. George. Good night, everybody.